Oh boy.
Why did you heave that thing all the way up here?
Because the basement's creepy as hell, and I don't like standing around down there.
Fair. Alright, let's run through this again. We have a creepy board you found in a creepy basement, made by our creepy janitor, who you think is the creepy whistling man.
Yep.
And on the creepy board are the names Chuck Brody, Kim Walker, Rebecca Allen, and Aunt Williams.
Correct.
And you think one of these people will be the whistling man's, Clive's, next target.
That's right. And we've got to find them.
You said there are 4 locations listed there too? The hospital, the power station, the gas station, and the trailer park. Clive must think the target is at one of those locations. Forrest, you're gonna have to figure out if any of the potential targets are at one of these locations tonight. Hit the button if you need any help.
Oh, okay, so the board is here. Kim Walker, Improv Club. Rebecca Allen, Car Club. Chuck Brody, Athletics Club. Aunt Williams, Car Club. Marriage announcements with the support of Kim Walker and Peter Stein. Rebecca, Car Club. The state agent Tyler Wallace. A local legend takes to Manhattan. Infamous author of tell-all book Diary of a Car Thief moved out of Scarlet Creek to a new life in Big City. She stole our cars and then she stole our time and money, said our refuge Jim Randy last year. Someone wants to sell a trailer for cheap. I'm sick of being a local celebrity. People are so mean to me. I'll hold a few cars. Who cares? Buy a new one. I'm selling my trailer and leaving town ASAP. Just want to get out of here. Please buy it. I'm guessing that's Rebecca, who was in the car club. Kim Walker, Peter Stein. Okay, Dr. K. Walker, likely at the hospital. I mean, Rebecca and Williams were in the car club. A thief and crime syndicate. The arrests were made after a member gave up information on the co-conspirators investigators. The informant who asked to remain anonymous will be herefter be referred to as R.A. Rebecca Allen. Has walked through with no charges. For festival victims. Look at game tray. Special power station. Let's see if this is correct. Your car is safe. Sheriff Matthews warns citizens to look out for suspicious info after multiple car thefts. Before our gas station bought by local axe lottery winner. And there we have Diary of the Thief with Rebecca's picture. Okay. Christine's Gas and Repair has been sold to a man who won the lottery 14 years ago. That's 86. Yeah, and that was 72. The new owner claims it will keep me busy on an evening. He has asked to remain anonymous. That's Chuck. Justice for festival victims. The festival as a conclude. 2 engineers that were contracted in from the position. He fucked up the construction. Beep beep, look out tragedy. 5 dead, 6 injured. Tragedy struck out quick as the afternoon of the bus stop was failed to stop and crashed into a full tanker. Deceased have been Scalar Creek locals Mr. D. Rudd, Mr. M. Houghton, Mr. P. Stein, Mrs. Carr Stein, and Mrs. J. Mildred. Police have asked for privacy for the 7-7. Okay, yeah. Then Kim's dead. Because Kim Walker married P.U. Stein. I mean, it says here Dr. K. Walker, but that has to be not like Dr. K. Walker. Mrs. K. Stein. Deceased. Okay. Safety convention. Care about health and safety. Good. Come to the yearly convention. In Korean health and safety advertising. Featuring special mystery guest. Lead engineer responsible for the Gallows Creek harvest disaster in 97. Okay. We're in 87. Okay, so he is out of town Tuesday 1st until Sunday 6th of September. Yeah, he is out of town for the convention. She sold her trailer, or wanted to sell a trailer a year ago, and leave for the big city. She died in a bus crash, so it's the gas station.
How's it going?
I'm ready, Peggy.
Are you sure? We've only got one shot at this.
I'm sure. Let's do this.
Okay, name first. Who do you think the target is?
Chuck Brody.
And where will I find them?
The gas station.
Okay, I'm dialing. One moment.
Sorry about the coughing.
Hello?
Chuck Brody! Listen, I know this sounds crazy.
Whistling
We
Man.
have reason to believe the Whistling Man is coming for you. You need to get yourself and everyone else out right now.
The Whistling Man? What the hell are you? Who is this?
This is Forrest Nash. Listen, the Whistling Man's back. We found a list with your name on it, and
Oh God. It's today. The year I finally let myself forget.
forget what?
Forget. No, man. I gotta get out of here.
I think he ran off.
Well, fingers crossed that Chuck...
Jeez! It sounds like something blew up.
He's using bombs now?
Is Chuck?
I don't know.
Hang on, we're getting a call.
Hello?
Chuck?
Chuck!
Oh my gosh.
The whole goddamn gas station's gone up.
Is anyone hurt?
I don't think so. I got everyone to follow me out. The town's only ambulance was blown to hell, though. Yeah, damn it, that fireball threw me. I've got to get to the hospital. I'm not feeling great. Forrest, man, I can't thank you enough, but... Damn, I gotta go.
Wait, Damn it. We lost him. What was that about today?
Oh, Forrest, the call board is lighting up. Get us into some music while I deal with this.
Here's some music while we regroup here on KFAM 189.16, The Stream. A classic backed by popular demand. This is Long Ride Home by the Barn Finds.
Okay, the date is the 3rd. 3rd of September.
There's gotta be more in the basement to show us who Clive is targeting. And if that's the case, we can get ahead of him. Stop the killings before they can happen. Forrest, we need to go back down.
By we, you mean me, right?
Yep. Like I said, I need to handle all these calls. Maybe start with that creepy mannequin room you mentioned before. I still have a lot of questions about those, by the way.
Me too.
Really? I have to go back down there? Yeah.
A key? Was this always here?
What
I must
key?
have missed it when I brought everything upstairs.
Oh, here. Why? Just why? You know, I like the game so far. I mean, it's enough stress trying to save other people while you're on the phone with them and giving them directions on what to do and hoping for the best.
Hey, Forrest!
Peggy, give me some warning before yelling down the intercom?
Sorry. Buzz the intercom when you find something and want to discuss it.
The map. Same map we have upstairs, okay? Radio, some kind of storage.
Peggy, I've found a tape and a map down here.
A map of what?
Looks like it might be to somewhere in this storage area.
Weird. Well, maybe the tape will give us more information. Give it a play.
George Barrow, 1968. That's when this all began for me. Follow the maps, find the tapes. I'll be waiting.
Wait, George Barrow? We all heard that he drowned after a night out drinking. Was it actually Clive? Has Clive really been the whistling man for that long?
He says I need to follow the maps and find the tapes. I guess that's what this map is about.
I think we need to see what else is hidden down here. Be careful, Forrest. Keep looking. Buzz the intercom when you found something.
Okay. Where is that even? Okay, some... Okay, here.
Time of autopsy is 7 a.m. Cause of death is asphyxiation from drowning. The degree of rigor mortis indicates that the subject has been deceased for 5 hours. That puts the time of death... Small lacerations to arms, legs, and face, typically obtained by running through foliage. Severe blistering to the feet, as though the deceased had been running without stopping.
This looks useful.
Police department case number. Complaints name Mr. Robert Warren. McCall was refused from a jogger, and Mr. Robert Warren and the body had been found washed up in the reservoir. Drove out to investigate and was able to identify the body at the scene as that of George Barrow. I contacted the coroner's office and then the boy's parents. They informed me that they had not seen him since 7 p.m. on the 2nd, 3rd of September, 68.
Preliminary toxicology results shows no signs of inebriation. However, a high amount of cortisol was found, indicating elevated levels of stress in the immediate moments before death.
A fan?
Additionally, there appears to be a post-mortem injury to the arm. It looks like it was trapped in a car door.
I hate this.
It is the coroner's opinion that the subject likely feared for his life and was chased, resulting in a fall from a height into a body of water, where he hit his head, was knocked out, and drowned. Following that, he was moved.
Dr. Sullivan, we need to have a talk. That recording. Shut it off.
This has to be important.
Okay. I'm sorry I made you do this, Virginia. Deceased is a Caucasian male, covers death, drowning. Abrasion were found in the knuckles, like from getting fights in the past, matches with others. No other injuries observed. From the coroner's opinion, there's no evidence of foul play. Swimming while intoxicated. They faked the report. They faked the report about his death, and now he's running around killing all the people who were involved. We had Virginia, we had the sheriff.
If you're listening to this, then I'm probably dead.
What the?
I'm a man who likes to stay informed. I've got subscriptions to newspapers all over the country. A few weeks ago, I noticed headlines cropping up in those papers, one after the other. Each headline about a murder. Each murder, the death of someone I knew almost 20 years ago. And each one drawing closer to Gallows Creek. Drawing closer to the anniversary. None of us are innocent, but I don't think we deserve killing. All I hope now is that I can save some folk from the worst, that I can, I don't know, do something to make up for what I did back then, I guess. I didn't kill anyone, mind you, but that's past mattering. Now, there's more I could say, that I should say, but my employer made it clear that my family would pay a high price if I ever spoke out. So, hopefully I've said enough for you, listener, whoever the hell you are, to start putting the truth together.
What have you found, Forrest?
It's an autopsy tape. Doesn't say for who, but I think it must be for George.
Poor George. He was so young.
Something's bugging me, Peggy.
What do you mean?
I swear I recognize the voice of the woman talking on the tape. I just can't place it.
Seriously? Do you think you've met her before?
I don't know. I mean, I just got here recently. I don't know. Found another tape. It talks more about how George died.
What did it say?
It sounds like he was running for his life. Sprinting through trees and bushes, getting cut up all over.
What would drive someone to do that?
I'm not sure yet. There's also a tape about a toxicology report. There were no signs of drinking or that he was on anything.
What? But everyone said he went swimming drunk and drowned. It was in the newspaper and everything.
I found a written autopsy report.
What does it say?
According to that, it's just like you said at the start. George drowned after getting drunk. Said he liked to fight, too.
But that contradicts the tape.
I know. And I think I know why. There's a note with the report that says, "I'm sorry I made you do this, Virginia."
If it was on the autopsy report, then Virginia must be our coroner. Wait, the caller from earlier, when we had to call the takeout restaurants, wasn't her name Virginia?
We need to call her back once we finish down here. It looks like she might know something about what's going on. I found a tape that introduces a new detail to the story. Post-mortem injury. Apparently, his arm got caught in a car door.
A car door?
Yeah, after he died. How do you suppose they can tell?
How can they tell? I'm a radio producer, not a coroner.
The written report I found doesn't mention it at all.
How did his arm get trapped in a car door after he died?
Unless he got it when the police collected his body? I guess someone else must have moved him, after he was dead, to where he was eventually found.
But the report, what is going on here?
I found a police report. Mentions a friend from earlier, Sandra Sharp.
Sandra. The jazz runner?
That's right. She found George's body washed up at the reservoir.
The reservoir?
Yeah? What's strange about that?
George got cuts from running through foliage, right? But there's no forest around there. Also, how did it wash up at the reservoir?
What do you mean?
Reservoirs don't have tides.
But that's what the police report said.
not possible, though. I did a school project on reservoirs and got an A. But, yeah, not important right now. The important thing is that it doesn't make sense.
What are you suggesting then? That the body was originally found somewhere other than what the reports suggest? That the sheriff tried to cover it up, but accidentally let something slip?
Something like that. I think.
Well, Sheriff Matthews wrote the report. If he hadn't been eviscerated, we could have asked him.
True. But Sandra is still alive? Once we're done down here, we should give her a call.
In another tape, the coroner comes to the same conclusion as I did. George was running from something.
Maybe an animal?
Maybe, but then there's this next bit, where the coroner thinks he was moved post-death.
So she agrees with us.
At the end of the tape, someone burst in and demanded Virginia stop recording. I think it was Clive.
This is starting to make sense now. This is a conspiracy to cover up what happened to George.
I think I found Clive's last recording. I think Clive might be gone.
Gone?
I found a confession. Not for any killings, but for playing a part in covering up George's death. He left this behind in case he died. He hoped someone would find it.
Do you think the whistling man already got him?
Possibly. We've had a lot of callers tonight, but maybe not every victim made it to the phone, you know? We don't know how many there really are.
Christ, Forrest, that's dark.
I know, but Clive said he had read about other murders in other towns, and that the murders were all folks who knew about the incident. And the killings were getting closer to Gallows Creek. He said he wanted to do something good for once.
The board in his office. He wasn't tracking people down to kill them. He was tracking them down to save them. Ugh, why didn't he just come out with all of this?
He said his employer threatened his family if he spoke out about any of it.
His employer? The one who orchestrated the cover-up? Oh, Clive. I'm sorry for thinking you'd killed all those people. Do you think you found everything?
I think so.
Forrest, what's going on here?
Someone wanted that boy's death to seem like an accident. And they hired Clive to make it look that way.
Come back upstairs when you're ready. We need
Anytime.
to figure out our next step.
Oh, yes! I even got teleported.
Thank God you're back, Forrest. I've been running out of stuff to pad our airtime with.
Peggy, you work in radio.
Forrest, I'm stressed. I mean, really.
Final hour.
How are we supposed to keep a show going with all this happening?
Beats me. But we gotta do it, and we're going to.
You're right. So, what's the plan now?
I think we should call Virginia back.
All right, I'll get her on the line. Time to turn the music off.
Hello again, Gallows Creek. This is Forrest Nash. We're circling closer to the truth behind tonight's events. To this end, we're calling back one of our earlier callers, Virginia Sullivan.
Fredman Plunker here? Who's this? Is it you? Goose?
Plunker, hey, it's the Radio Man, Forrest Nash.
Radio Man? What's up?
Solving mysteries, saving lives. The huge.
Right on.
Plunker, what are you doing at Virginia's house?
She asked if we could stay to keep an eye out for that whistling turd. So we're hanging out, bro.
Well, that's big of you, Plunker.
No, it's nothing.
Can I speak to Virginia?
Sure thing, Radio Man. I'll just go get her.
Who is this?
Hey, Virginia, it's Forrest. I'm glad you're still okay.
Oh, Forrest. Sorry, I'm still jumpy.
Sorry to hear that, but listen, hey, we need to talk.
What about?
We're calling because we think you can help us understand why this is happening tonight.
Me? What would I know?
Does the name Clive mean anything to you?
Clive? No. I don't know that name. What are you asking about this for?
You mentioned that name earlier when you called us the first time.
I don't know what I said then. I was petrified, Forrest.
Clive's the janitor at our station, and we know you spoke to him in the past.
Forrest, please. You don't know what you're doing. He'll come for me.
Virginia, it's okay. Clive won't be coming after you.
We think Clive's dead.
Dead? But isn't he? He's the whistling man, Forrest.
Why are you so certain Clive's the whistling man?
Because all those years ago,
It's okay, Virginia. He's gone. We found evidence to suggest well...
And we found your autopsy reports for George Barrow.
How? I saw him destroy them.
Well, he didn't. I don't know if he kept them or made copies or what, but we found them, and we know it's related to what's happening tonight, which is why we called you. Why did you write a false report?
All right. One day, I came into work to find a boy on my slab. And as I finished the autopsy, this man, Clive, he just burst in. And he started making demands to give over the reports, to falsify what I found. Of course I said no. But, well, when someone wants to make you do something, they can use the carrot or the stick. For me, he used both. You see, my sister is sick. She has a chronic condition that's never going away. It's expensive to treat, and it was getting to where I couldn't afford it. And Clive promised me that his employer would pay for my sister's treatment if I did what he said, and that if I ever spoke about this, he'd beat me to within an inch of my life. I don't know why he had me do it, but my sister needed me. You have to understand, she needed me.
We understand.
Thank you, Virginia. That was brave.
God, I just want this nightmare to end.
This will help end it, Virginia. Thank you.
Stay safe, Virginia. So, Virginia's tied up in all of this.
Clive threatened her to keep quiet about George's death. But for who? Why cover up these details? Well, we know Sandra was involved in George's death. Do you want to call her?
I do.
Alright, but before we go asking questions, I think we should know what we want to ask. Is that fair?
Yeah, we need to ask her about finding the body. She was the one who discovered it, but something just doesn't add up.
100%. She knows more than she's saying.
I wonder what she's hiding.
We'll hopefully find out soon. Anyway, just be careful when you're talking to her. Don't push too hard. We don't want her to hang up.
I'll be careful.
Alright, calling her now. Hopefully she's at her jazz studio. Aha! Forrest, you're through.
Hello, this is Sandra at Jazz Pizzazz Jazz Studio. Who is this?
Hello again, Sandra! It's Forrest Nash of 189.16, The Scream. And you're live on air.
Oh, I always thought folks called into a radio show, not the other way around. How jazzy. What can I do for you?
Well, we're trying to understand what's behind the attacks tonight. We had a few questions.
Why, Forrest, of course. Heck, after the way you saved my life, I'd say yes to just about anything you asked.
Really? Well, that sounds nice. I might just call you back tomorrow then, too.
You got my number. But what about tonight? Is there anything you want to talk about right now?
Remember why we called, Forrest?
Of course. Do you know why the Whistling Man might have targeted you?
Ha! As far as I could tell, he was just a knife-wielding psycho with superhuman cardio. He'd have chased after anybody.
Right. Well, we think he might be chasing specific people. People who know about the death of a boy named George.
Oh, I don't know anything about that. Sorry.
Have you had to keep quiet about anything? Any secrets you've had to keep?
What would I have to keep quiet about?
I don't know. I mean, could be that you've seen something or heard something.
I never saw anything. And even if I did, what would that matter? And it was years ago.
I'm worried about pushing too hard.
Drop the act, Sandra. You know something. What are you hiding?
I don't know anything.
Damn it!
Oh, look at the time. It sure is late. I have to go. I'll drive home now, or just...
Fuck.
I'm sorry.
Shit.
Well,
I might have gone a bit hard on her.
a bit?
All right. Let's just move on. Well, folks, if anyone out there has any
Damn
thoughts
it.
on what's going on tonight, please call.
Of course, it just saved.
in.
That's good time.
Let's try it. I'm guessing it saved right after I made that bad choice.
This is Sandra at Jazz Pizzazz Jazz Studio. Who is this?
Hello again, Sandra! It's Forrest Nash of 189.16, The Stream.
Okay.
And you're live on air.
Oh, I always thought folks called into a radio show, not the other way around. How jazzy. What can I do for you?
Well, we're trying to understand what's behind the attacks tonight. We had a few questions.
Why, Forrest, of course. Heck, after the way you saved my life, I'd say yes to just about anything you asked.
Really? Well, that sounds nice. I might just call you back tomorrow then, too.
You got my number. But what about tonight? Is there anything you want to talk about right now?
Remember why we called, Forrest?
Of course. Do you know why the Whistling Man might have targeted you?
Ha! As far as I could tell, he was just a knife-wielding psycho with superhuman cardio. He'd have chased after anybody.
Right. Well, we think he might be chasing specific people. People who know about the death of a boy named George.
Oh, I don't know anything about that. Sorry.
Have you had to keep quiet about anything? Any secrets you've had to keep?
What would I have to keep quiet about?
I don't know. I mean, could be that you've seen something or heard something.
I never saw anything. And even if I did, what would that matter? And it was years ago.
Sandra, are you okay?
It was years ago.
We know, Sandra.
You do? You know about?
Yes. Of course.
This studio is my life. After I found the body in the river, I couldn't lose my studio. Do you understand?
Sure. I understand.
When the rent just kept going up, he said he'd stop if I just needed to keep quiet. And everything would be okay.
Okay. So, the person, obviously, so a person who like put pressure on everyone absolutely has money. Owns. There was talk about somebody owning half the city. That guy who runs for mayor, what was his name again?
Of course. We understand.
I mean, it's not like I killed him. What was the harm in saying I found him in the reservoir instead of the river? Right? Right? I'm sorry. I can't do this.
And she's gone. I don't think that could have gone any better. You truly did great, Forrest.
Well, folks, if anyone out there has any thoughts on what's going on tonight, please call in.
That's good timing. We've got a call waiting just this second.
Welcome to 189.16 The Scream, with me, your host, Forrest Nash.
Hi, Forrest. I know this is really out of the blue with everything happening tonight. But I wondered if you could send a special birthday message to my uncle.
Marty's Pizza.
You know what? I'd welcome a change of pace. I'd be glad to.
Thank you, Forrest. He's my Uncle Ronnie. His first name's Peter, but he never liked his name. But since he always had salt and pepper hair, even as a kid,
Pepperoni.
can you believe it? Folks always called him Pepper.
Thanks for the history lesson. Is there anything besides happy birthday you would like to say to Mr. Pepper? Oh my god damn it!
I knew it.
Yes! Tell him he can get the best birthday deals and party packages here at Putney's Pizza. Starting at just...
You son of a bitch! Stop calling us!
I knew it.
Sorry, Forrest. Let's just move on.
I knew
We've already
it.
got another caller on the line.
This is 189.16 The Scream. I'm Forrest Nash. You're on the air, caller. Caller. Ponty.
Tea.
Ponty's Pizza always delivers. Come rain or sleet or whistling man, we'll be there.
Forrest? Forrest? Are you okay? Forrest?
I hope the whistling man gets him with his own pizza slicer.
Jesus, Forrest?
Sorry.
That's a bit much.
Sorry, that was too much.
It's okay. It's been a high-stress night. Don't worry about him anymore, okay? Not for tonight, anyway. I think he's spent for now. We've got another call, whenever you're ready.
Folks, don't spend your money at Ponty's Pizza. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Moving along, I'd like to welcome another caller to 189.16 The Scream.
Scream.
With me, Forrest Nash. Who may I say is calling?
Well, hello again, Forrest.
Don. Don? We played your song, Long Ride Home. Did you hear it? Can you tell us?
Never mind that now. First, I'm calling because I need your help.
Are you in danger?
I sure am.
Do you mean
Yes, he's after me now.
you?
I think so. He must have heard me on the radio helping you.
Helping? You didn't exactly help.
Maybe I've been helping more than you know. I was out following a lead, trying to work out who would be next, after Chuck.
And what happened?
And I started to feel like I was being followed. I came back to my apartment building, but this newfangled security system has me locked out. I need you to help me get inside.
Can a neighbor let you in?
I only moved in last week. I don't know anybody yet. There's not even a buzzer here, only the keypad for the entry code. I need that code to get inside.
Which apartment block do you live in? Maybe one of our listeners lives there too.
It's the new Woodside apartment building between the town hall and the trailer park. But I doubt any of your listeners live there. I don't have many neighbors.
Sounds like a prime piece of real estate.
The sound really carries at night. Shit.
Roll the Rickies.
Is that a neighbor's dog?
Yes, it is. Boy, I wish he'd muzzle that thing and... Oh. And now he's blasting David Scopo out of his window. This night can't get any... He's coming down the street. I don't think he's seen me yet. Forrest, please. I need your help. I need the code for that security system, or I'm gonna die.
Can you get your neighbor's attention?
That the whistling man will see me, Forrest. I can't do that.
What's your neighbor's name?
I don't know my neighbors, remember? Please, I need to get in.
What's the name of the security system?
There's a sticker on the box. It says Starling Security 4000. There's a keypad, and it looks like it wants a 6-digit number.
Six digits. Sounds like that would be hard to remember.
Yes, very hard, especially on a night like this.
Yeah, of course. Don't worry, Don.
Thank you, Forrest. I knew I could count on you. I'll sit out of sight. Call me back soon.
All right, folks. Here's a little tune for you all to enjoy while I try to break Dawn into her apartment. You were pretty quiet there, Peggy.
Forrest, was it just me, or was there something...
Yeah, it wasn't just you. Something was weird about that.
Yeah, well, tell you what, we have a Starling 4000 or whatever here at KFAM. Clive bought one for the station. Maybe we can find something to help. Well, I'm not sure who, but to help someone.
Okay, she lying. And I...
Okay, so she's locked out of the Woodside Apartments, and somewhere Clive probably has the papers for the Starling 4000.
I don't think she is. I think she's lying, and she might be the whistling man. Because Woodside Apartments is here. We heard a train. Train's nowhere near that. And the dog roller Ricky's. And I don't remember... I remember someone saying something about the new security system. I think it was Ricky. I'm not 100% sure. We're not trying to break her into her apartment. We're trying to break her into Ricky's to kill him. He says he was with bad people and made mistakes, but he's come past that. We must not help Dawn.
Welcome back, Forrest. Find anything?
Nothing by way of key codes.
I see.
I'll go back and look again.
Don't be too long. Welcome back, Forrest. Find anything?
Nothing by way of key codes.
I see.
Yeah, if you remember, I'm not sure. Was it Ricky? I knew it. Thanks, Evo. I mean, it was I wasn't 100% sure, I was like 80% sure it was him. But like the train and the dog really got me. Because that's like in the center of town. She lying. She's the whistling man. Dawn's the whistling man.
Any ideas, Peggy?
Dawn says she's stuck outside the Woodside Apartments with the whistling man nearby. She's
Lies.
locked out because of some new security system.
Lies, lies,
the
lies.
Starling 4000.
Right. And we had the same security system delivered here. Clive was going to install it, so check the basement. I'd guess that's where Clive would have stuff like that.
Thanks, Peggy.
No
Back to the
problem.
basement.
Don't take too long.
It was something about it was setting. It was obsolete because security was saying before. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. that I'm right. She's not at her apartment building trying to get in. Just trying to break into Ricky's to kill him. We must not help her. I mean, do I really have to look for something about a security system here? Delivered to us, Clive must have had something in the basement. Yeah, just what? This is so fucking creepy.
Order delivery form. Starling must have left this by accident. The system's
Okay.
not even installed at Woodside.
Unable to install, require new parts. New installation date September 17th. Client opted for manual.
Starling 4000. User manual. Ah, these codes should come in handy.
Okay, because the basement creeps me out. Or, I mean, you're a detective, you're certified Detective Evo. What are you thinking about this? Your honest opinion on this situation. By the way, we're unofficially in the 80s and cats. Polaroids of cats. No internet, but cat pictures at your workstation. Legit. That Dawn cannot be trusted. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Detective Evo and DJ Pexy share an opinion here. Okay, let me read that. Wow, okay, no. Let me read that shit. System overview. Display, status indicator, keeper, but important. When entering codes and commands, sequential key pressure must be made within 4 to 5 seconds of one another. 4 or 5 seconds elapse without a key pressure, the entry will be aborted. It must be repeated from its beginning. Be sure to observe this precaution performing any of the procedures in this manual. If you make a mistake while entering a security code, stop, press the start button and start over. If you stop in the middle while entering a code and then immediately start the entry over, an erroneous code might be entered. We have an alarm test. Warning, this will set off all security measures. That's the fucking code she's gonna get from us. A state-of-the-art security system uses a 6-digit code system. Simply enter the code in the keypad and feel total peace of mind. Please change these codes immediately to prevent unwanted entry. Yeah, but his one is Ricky's is new, so he hasn't changed them yet. 19, 15, 19. That's the one you're fucking gonna get, bitch.